Hi, in this video we will see what is georeferencing. At present I have this map of India, and let me open an image with a title upper underscore G1, which is located in classwork data 3. I will just double click. Now the image is loaded. Let me zoom to layer. So this is the image. This is nothing but a scanned topo sheet, and this topo sheet is representing some part of India. Which part we will see later on. Now if you see the where is the map of India which was earlier over here, let me again go and zoom to layer. So this is the map of India, and now I will try to see where this image of a topo sheet, which is a scanned image, is loaded in this canvas. As I zoom out, I can see the India is over here, and now you can see the India is still smaller and the image is loaded over here. This image is really indicating a very small portion of India, yet you can see the size of this image, or the area occupied by this image, is much larger than the India. The map of India now you can see over here as a black dot. So it means this image has been loaded in this canvas, but this image doesn't have any coordinate reference system. So this image is a raster image because this is a scanned image which has got pixels. We will see those pixels later on, and at present there is no coordinate reference system. So this image doesn't have any reference system. So this image doesn't give me any lat long for any pixels which is a part of this image, and therefore it is called as a non-georeference image. And in georeferencing, what we do, we try to, this is georeferencing is a process where we assign a coordinate reference system to this entire image, to each and every pixel of this entire image, and by doing so we can use the data which is over here in this topo sheet for our purpose, and we can bring that data later on in this GIS environment, because this topo sheet carries lot of information in terms of the road network, the drainage network, the locations of villages and towns, and etc. So at present this is not a georeference image because there are no coordinate reference system. There is no coordinate reference system attached with it. Now the question is how to assign a coordinate and how to identify the coordinates to be assigned for this image. So in case of topo sheet it is very much easy, because in case of topo sheet there is always a grid over here, and we can follow the grid, and in case of a grid frame there are latitude and longitude which are already mentioned. So therefore in case of topo sheet the job is relatively easy. Before going ahead, I will ask you to go through this information which is given at the bottom of the topo sheet. It gives you information about the who has prepared it, when this information is prepared. It gives you information about the legend. It also gives you information about the scale, also the information about the contour interval. In this case the contour interval is 100 foot. Also here it gives the information that which part of India this topo sheet is covering. For example, this is a western coast, this is Arabian Sea, somewhere there is a Mumbai, and this is the grid which is covered by this topo sheet. So it is covering some part of Maharashtra. But as we have seen over here, since this image is not a georeference, that present the area occupied by this image is much larger than the area occupied by the India itself. Okay, so While georeferencing, what we do, we make use of the grid frame. So let's take an example. How can we georeference this image? So we will go to the four corner of this image. Let me zoom in. Okay, so here the latitude and longitudes are mentioned, the 19 degrees and 75 degrees. Now the question is how to identify which is latitude and which is longitude. So let's do one thing. Let's study the all the lat long which are there on the all four corner of this topo sheet. So here is a 19 degree and 75 degree. I will zoom out and I will see over here it's 20 degree and 75 degrees. So the 75 degree is repeating, so the 75 degree is nothing but a vertical line which is longitude, and earlier the 19 degree was the horizontal line, so that was latitude, and this is a 20 degree. So as we are moving towards north, so here in this case the latitude is a 20, longitude is a 75. At the bottom, which we seen earlier, there was latitude was 19 and longitude is the same, 75. So these we have the 2 points. Similarly, there are the 2 points at the other end of this topo sheet. By using it, we can easily georeference this entire uh, topo sheet. And so we'll see in a subsequent video how to georeference this. For georeferencing any image, you need at least 3 points, and if you know the 3 points, then you can georeference it. Now imagine a map where you do not have a grid, therefore you do not have any latitude and longitude. Then the question is, then how to identify the points, at least 3 points for which we know the latitude and longitude. So what we do in that case, we zoom in the map, or it can be a image which is taken by a drone, or it can be a photograph, or a photograph image representing a geographical area. So in this case, uh, in case of a map or photo, what we do, we just zoom in and we'll try to identify the part of the map which we can locate on the surface of earth. For example, if I move up, I can see here there's a crossing of two roads. So this is actually a railway line, and this is the road. So this is a crossing of a railway line and road. So I can identify these crossings with fair accuracy on a Google Earth. Similarly, I can identify the crossing of a road and a river, crossing of two roads, crossing of two rail and road, such a crossings where I can definitely those identify those crossings on the map of the Google Earth. And later on we will see how to pick lat long from the Google Earth image and assign over here for the given point. So for georeferencing any image, we need at least 3 points. So in this video we have seen the concept of georeferencing. In the next video we will see how to georeference the image using the georeferencing tool available in QGIS. Thank you.